The world is in need of a renaissance, and
Wow.
Jesus's role in that renaissance is love. The world is in need of renaissance right now because it is riddled with hate and fear. I'm telling you right now, man, fear has driven more creations that have been counterfeit than anything in our modern world could ever imagine. Fear has motivated more, even nonprofit organizations to be started, for-profit organizations to be started, collaborative work to be done, social groups to be started, to create this space where people can nurture their fear, promote their fears. So we are in need of a cross-pollinating renaissance to break down the barriers that fear builds up through love. Because love has been taken to be passive, but love is dynamic. Love is barbaric. Love is a revolutionary tool to knock down walls that separate human beings from each other so that those human beings alone can be human. The renaissance that Jesus brings is the dynamic, barbaric, non-domesticating renaissance of love. And love does not create a zoo that kind of cages our possibility. Nah, love invites us into the jungle of human potential. And that's what we need right now. We need more jungles and fewer zoos. I believe that fear right now is asking love some serious questions. Can I trust you? Fear is asking love. So right before the police officers pulled the trigger, the one officer to kill Philando Castile, I think that right before the fingertip pressed the trigger, love in an atmospheric space was questioned by fear. And fear said, can I trust you with my life? And because of the work the church isn't doing to reverberate love in the world, love's answer, I think, was not heard in that moment. And so fear said, well, since you won't respond, I'll respond with my fingertip. And I think fear is begging the question, is love real? And our purpose in life is love's answer to every question that fear has in the world. Your purpose is love's answer. Your passion for your community is love's answer. Your hope in your family is love's answer. And don't think that the hope and the passion and the purpose that you have in your specific state cannot bring about a complete state of change everywhere. Call it a butterfly effect, call it the movement of the Holy Spirit, call it what you want it. But when you own your purpose, your passion, and your commitment to your community, God uses your ownership to respond to fear all over the world. I think one of the answers is the systemic architecture that's beginning to take shape around police brutality. I think communities are taking responsibility for policing their own neighborhoods. Some communities are making systemic plans to make policing extinct in their community so that there will be no need for police, because the community will nurture character within itself and nurture opportunities for people to maximize character, like job opportunities, to live out their character. That's love responding to fear. I think anywhere where people are systemically creating change, that's a beautiful, bountiful way that love is responding to the fear. And the fear is, racism is fear. You know that, right? You know that, like, underneath, if you were to dig underneath racism, if you were to dig underneath prejudice, it would be a fear. And that fear is, I'm afraid that who I am is not enough. So I have to prove that someone else is not as good as even who I think I can't be. So fear is nurturing racism that says, I am afraid that I'm not enough. So I have to prove that someone else is not valuable because I don't feel I'm enough. So whenever someone, does a racist act against me, like once I get over being pissed off, I say to myself, oh, I feel sorry for that person. Because fear drove them to choose not to honor my value because they are afraid they don't have their own value. So yeah, long answer.
How far does love go?
I think that's a great question. How far does love go? I think a different question, no better, is love is. It doesn't go anywhere. Hell, love is. Whether we are aware of the is that love is or not is a different question. But love doesn't go far and it doesn't go near. Love is. Like, how far does oxygen go? It's like, no, it's just here.